Destiny 2 has loads of fun moments for you to enjoy, and take a break if you are having a hard time completing a quest. The online game is packed full of Easter eggs and special moments that you can find only if you are really observant. Fans might take the game seriously, but it has loads of fun moments. Let's check out some Easter eggs and moments fans need to know about. First up, floor is lava. If you never jump from one spot to another trying to avoid the floor, did you even have a childhood? Some of us might not be as bouncy as we once were, and this cute moment in Destiny 2 can bring back a lot of fond memories. You can start this cute moment at the tower by finding an object that says, "Don't pick me up." Who listens to the advice of inanimate objects? So of course you're going to want to pick it up, but that turns the ground into a harmful surface. So just like the game we played as kids, you need to avoid it at all costs. Then, you need to do everything you can to reach a beam of light without dying. It's just a short little quest, but one that is still really fun and super nostalgic. Next, looking for emblems on the moon. During the Shadowkeep expansion, you are set on a hive-infested moon where you are kept busy defeating some of the nightmares that are roaming all over it. But it is a really great idea to take some time and look around, since this area has loads of secrets you can find. One of them is a really cute little Easter egg. To find it, you have to complete the Lost Sector as you would normally do. Then, when you reach the boss arena, you can head right to the entrance where you will see a crashed satellite. When you interact with it, the satellite will give you a hidden NASA emblem that resembles the Lunar H-Map mission's logo. This mission is a real mission that will land on the moon to start mapping and looking for hydrogen. Finding a piece of NASA on a moon? It doesn't get much cooler than that. Next, counting the days since the last accident. One of the most fun aspects of Destiny 2 is, in my opinion, the fact that you can interact with the world that surrounds you. There aren't many players who don't try to play with or push around all the objects that you can find lying around. One interesting place that has given many players a lot of fun moments is at the tower. How many players haven't fallen off on purpose just to see what happens, or by accident when walking around? Everyone? That's what I thought. But if you haven't already done it, I might just tempt you to do just that. Go to the balcony overlooking the zone. It is in the tower hangar. There, where Cade 6 used to stand, you will see a workplace sign like that on many construction sites with "Site Safety, Days Since Last Accident." It actually works. Just don't think that it is broken if you always happen to get a 0. This is because the sign really counts the number of players that have fallen off the tower, and most of the time that happens daily. There have been a few times that the community have tried to come together and get this number pushed higher, and that can work for a few days, but then eventually an accident happens and someone falls off. Or someone just wants to see what will happen when they jump, resetting the counter once again. Up next, Ray's lighter appearance. Destiny and Destiny 2 have some of the coolest weapons ever, and one of the most iconic weapons from the first game, the Ray's lighter, does make an appearance in the sequel too. The only problem is that is a case of look but don't touch. Those that haven't played the Destiny expansion, Rise of Iron, might not know this, but the Ray's lighter was an awesome exotic solar sword. It was seriously powerful and did a lot of damage, especially if you use the alternate solar uppercut slash. It was a seriously cool weapon. But in Destiny 2, you will only be able to see the sword and not use it. In the Homecoming level, you can find the sword in the hands of Lord Shaxx, who is wielding it, but he doesn't want to share, and fans can't get it out of his hands. It's a little sad, and fans would love to see a playable version appear one day. Next, I don't have time to explain. Destiny was a fun game to play, but some of the dialogue was a bit lacking. There was a reason that the game was heavily criticized as being one of the worst Frankenstein stories to ever be created. But you know what? Sometimes things get to a point where they are so bad that they become iconic, and some of the memorable quotes from Destiny reached that level of bad. One line that got a lot of backlash and critique was the time when Exo Stranger said, "I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain." Pretty bad, but so memorable. That is why many fans quickly remembered where it came from when Cade 6 uttered almost the exact same line during the Red War campaign. When he is captured on Nessus, Cade will tell the player, "I don't have time to explain what I don't have time to understand." A line that is similar enough to pay homage to the iconic line, but still a little bit different. A fun little Easter egg for fans to find. Are you a fan of the Destiny game series by Bungie? Which game was better, the first Destiny or Destiny 2? Do you have a favorite expansion? Share all your thoughts with us in the comments section. We'd love to hear from you, but don't go anywhere. We still have loads of Easter eggs and special moments in Destiny 2 to share with you. Next up, we will check out a giant ball, a sad sweeper, and so much more. Up next, the giant traveler ball. This is another little distraction from the game that is just designed to have fun with. But be warned, other players can steal your ball and even drop it off a cliff. If sharing with others doesn't sound like a fun fun distraction, then you might not enjoy this one. You need to find 4 small colored balls that are hidden in specific areas. Once you have found the last one and kicked it into the right place, then there will be fireworks. Literally, fireworks go off and the giant traveler ball spans out of the 4 balls you collected. What can you do with this giant ball? Not much more than with the smaller balls, to be honest. It is really just a giant ball that you can kick around and play with, but it doesn't really do much. When you get bored, then you can just move on and get on with the mission. Now, we have the Paul McCartney song. When I hear the name Paul McCartney, there are a few things that come to mind right away, but none of them are really video games. But for many players of Destiny, one of his songs immediately triggers memories of hours of gameplay. In the original Destiny, Hope for the Future is featured in many different spots, including the credits and certain sections where you play. These fans might even have been a little disappointed when they didn't hear the song the first time they opened the game. Fear not, it might not be used as widely as it was in the first game, but it is still included in the sequel. To hear it, you need to go to the destroyed end of the tower hangar. If you listen closely, then you can hear a distorted version of the song playing on a loop, almost like it is playing out of the radio that has been partially destroyed. Next, the dedicated sweeper bot. Okay, I must admit, this one makes me just a little bit sad. In the first Destiny game, there was a sweeper bot who could always be found cleaning the hallways of the tower. Fans really got attached to the boy who was so dedicated and who had possibly been doing his job for hundreds of years. But in Destiny 2, nothing is quite the same. The tower has been attacked and large parts of the tower are in ruins or partially destroyed. But even in all that chaos, when you go to the same hallway where you could find the sweeper in the first game, you will still find him there, going about his work and passively sweeping the hallway. Like half of it isn't gone anyway. It was kind of a sad throwback to the first game, and I am way too sentimental. Lastly, Monsters of the Deep. It is really hard to notice little details when you are in a massive battle. And on the moon of Saturn, when players are facing the Hive and the Fallen, there isn't loads of time to look around. But just take a second. Near the Golden Age infrastructure, check out the water. Something is moving. We don't know what it is, at least not yet, but it is fun to speculate. Did I miss any Easter eggs? Let me know. Thanks for watching.